Hey JD, not having some big technical difficulties here with their guest. They're going to try and come on in a different way here. So I don't know. This might be a short night for me if Wyatt doesn't make it on. Usually it's a pretty painless procedure getting on here, but tonight not really. So I'm gonna play the intro tune here, and then we'll see if he can get on before then. So hang in there. All right, we're here. I can. Looks like Wyatt's almost done. You got me, Wyatt? Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I can hear you, but we can't get a picture up.
Yeah, I do. I do see that.
Oh,
So,
wait.
I can see her. Yeah, there you go.
There. We
Oh,
got to flip the camera around.
here we go. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, we definitely got some technical issues. Still not. Didn't go live on Facebook again for whatever reason. I just checked. I'm going to check again. But let me see. No, nope, still not. So I put a message on Facebook earlier. If that didn't go, that everybody can check it out on our other sites. I'm not sure why that's not doing it. The last time I went live was last Thursday when I had Levi on. So we're gonna wing it. You guys are still pointing right at your ceiling there, Wyatt.
Yeah, we're trying to get the camera flipped around.
You got to go down where that little cog is below where the screen's at.
Go down to the cog on the screen. Oh,
Front camera back.
Yeah,
front camera.
there you go. So anyway, let's see who we got joining us here. Josh, what's up, buddy? Waylon Turnus, good evening. Brian Warner, good Thursday evening to you, fellow MVEs. That's right, One Shot Cap. Good evening. Good you guys to join us here. See, I haven't done a show in a long time without drinking Coors Light or rum, and the day I drink water, it kind of screwed everything up. But we're good. There, all right, see, there we go. Oh, we almost had it. We got all them deer on the wall there. So.
Yeah, I can't get the camera to flip.
Well, you might just have to leave them up at your deer. I don't know. What happens when you put it back on you? I can still hear you pretty good.
Hold on.
Well, I can't see your beautiful face then.
Oh.
And that's part of this whole process.
Yeah, that's a pretty face here. So once we get everything figured out, we're going to be talking about Wyatt and Tammy are in the market for new side-by-sides. Wyatt was out looking at them. We're going to be going over pretty much just the cab models with the HVAC in them. So, I didn't realize there was that all of them didn't actually have their own model with a cab on and heat and air, none of that. But that's new to me. There you go. Paul Odegaard said, "You get her going, Wyatt."
I appreciate that, Paul.
So right now, Wyatt, what is that? You got what year's your Ranger again? A 2017 that you got now?
Yeah, it's that one there.
Brian said, "Just sit on the other side of the room."
Yeah, it's awful hard to talk to you when I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, well, I guess that's maybe when we go to a commercial there in a bit, you can. But yeah,
I have no idea if I'm at my face or not. I'm just looking at the back of the screen.
Yeah, I can see you. You're looking good. You got your orange blind guy shirt on.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. You got what? You just got too many miles on your Ranger now. You're just ready to get something else, or what's the story?
Be honest with you, these windows here are the main reason.
Okay, I like seeing some action here.
You can't roll them down to talk to anybody because the air conditioner comes out the side here.
Mm-hmm.
and you can't get a door to roll down inside, a window to roll down inside the door.
Oh shit! Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
I guess I never even noticed that when I was driving in that thing.
yeah. So it it's a real aggravation. You wouldn't think it would be that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Dog's got it. That's his favorite ride. Uh, you wouldn't think that'd be that big a deal, but when we go trail riding in Montana and stuff, and you want to pull up and talk, you got to try and fish your neck around that window, and it's really aggravating. And
Yeah.
and the new ones they come out with, they got 2 more inches of ground clearance, a couple more ponies, bigger tires right away. So
what do you got for horsepower in that one then?
This one's got 80.
Okay.
Everybody else is punching out 82. I think the Kawasaki was 92.
Yeah. I know I got the Kawasaki. I thought actually they got like that HVAC edition Kawasaki's got like 110.
Yeah, if you buy the base model is 92, and then you get that hopped up one, and it's 100 and some, 115, I think.
Cocaine.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah,
So
exactly.
Let's just in case anybody doesn't know, Wyatt and I have been friends since I don't know what, we were both 20, 21, and
It had to be the early 90s.
Yeah, Wyatt's he ranches on. He can fix most things on a Ranger there, and small engines, quite handy. He's really into the side by sides and this. That's why I wanted to have him on, and he was in the market for another one. So let's. I see. Yeah, did Tammy try and get in on another one here? I see it's on there.
I got. I can watch you through my phone, but I'm using hers.
Okay,
we'll get her. Hey,
hey man, whatever works. We're like.
It's just like that. I seen a picture of a stork, and it's got a frog in his mouth, and the frog's he's choking the stork, and it says "Never give up." Yeah, never give up. There we go.
Well, we're making it work, man. We're making it work. Exactly. So let's since you got a Ranger, let's go ahead and start out on the new Rangers you looked at, the 2024.
Yeah. They've got. Their base model comes with a lot of extra goodies. Well, not a ton. A bumper, winch, and the bigger tires. So I like that.
Okay.
Really nice. They got a really nice cab. That Polaris has really got a nice setup. They're kind of first to get there.
Well, I'm looking at their new gauges here and stuff on, I don't have a Polaris anymore, but I do have the Flyer that they send me all the time, which is fine. I still like looking at, it's like looking at, what do you want to call it, side-by-side porn?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so upgraded Gen 2 transmission, they're saying, right?
Yeah,
I guess it's 2025. I said 2024. I'm a year behind.
Yeah, they're all...
yeah, the winch, we got 4,500-pound winch.
Yep.
The factory. I don't know why they put the factory installed roof. I mean,
look
out! You got.
We got the other expert.
That's for the coon hunting show.
Yeah,
that's for the cannon show. Oh, so they got restyled cabinets. They still do the nets in there. I didn't know. This must be the one without the full cab thing. I'm looking.
Yeah. No, that's just them side net.
Okay,
things.
Here's the one I'm looking. You're looking at the North Star. Is that the one you were looking at?
Yeah, North Star. Yep, that's the HVAC. Yep.
Okay, so you got a J. Oh, it comes with the JBL audio in it, then, huh? Right out of the.
Well, that's the platinum.
Okay.
The premium only has crank windows. And
but you want the electric when you're getting one, you said, right? You don't want.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too. It's quite a bit in the package. They jump way up. You got to get the navigation and the stereo and all that stuff, which is about a $4,000 upgrade just to get the electric windows.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So I wasn't real happy about that because
dig a little deeper in them couch cushions.
Yeah. I'm gonna tear a hole in my cushions looking for that much.
So what was the cost of the one you were looking at then? Like if you were gonna get the Ranger, what would the one you want?
The Ranger was like 31.7. I mean 37.
I mean, that's not that's
30,700.
isn't that cheaper than they were last year?
I didn't price them out last year. I think they they've got a bunch over there, so maybe they lowered their deal down. I thought they were higher priced than that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
from
That seems. I mean, 30 grand. I mean, that's fairly
yeah,
reasonable, really.
it still makes you pucker, but everybody, all the ones I checked, everybody is pretty damn close to the same price, within
Hmm.
$1,000 of each other.
Well, it says they improved their cab too for a better seal. I mean, did you notice that? I mean, that's one of the complaints my dad has about his 2020
Yeah,
Rangers. I mean, he had to take it there, and I think they did something, and then he
right.
did some things himself because it wasn't satisfactory to him. And you
Yeah.
know,
Um,
Josh said to Marty, "There's trouble," and he's laughing. So.
yeah, yeah. He's snuck in and snuck out. I don't know where he's at now. Probably
Uh,
missing my dog now.
but the cab was the. I mean, the cab seems like an improvement to you though. Over,
Oh
well, even
yeah,
you've been in
yeah,
my dad's, and I mean, you've probably been in newer Rangers and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. They did. They always do a little bit all the time. Um, the one I've been really impressed with is I went over, and I don't want to jump machines, but Can-Am. I actually drove one today,
Okay.
and
So did you drive the
pretty.
Ranger?
Yes, yeah. I drove an Expedition, which is the fancy model, last weekend down in Deadwood.
Okay.
Super nice machine, but it's not a Ranger, but God, they're nice, but they're
Mm-hmm.
also like 46,000 for the base. Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, my mom said, "There you are, you handsome fellow," and you got it turned on. I'm a little behind on the comments here. I'm sorry, but so, so I mean, does the Ranger still have like that tailgate that opens like a pickup? I always hated that on there. I definitely like my mule tailgate where you got the flips on the side like the old trucks did.
Yeah, they got the same setup there pretty much.
I
They
mean, have you ever
haven't
had trouble
changed.
with yours? Because of my Ranger, I always had to lube that thing, and it didn't
Yeah,
seem to
oh
work
yeah,
quite right.
yeah. No, I agree all the time. They got the same setup. Yeah,
Hmm.
they just.
Okay. So that one was the one you're looking at was 3031, you're saying, huh?
Yeah, that was the base model of the HVAC. What was holding me up was the crank windows.
And you
I know it
and you
sounds petty, but
no,
I
shit, I
want
mean if you're gonna spend that kind of money, you want to get what
right.
you want, man.
Well, and then the dog riding with me, I don't want to reach over and crank his window down a little bit.
Right. So do you
You
think
know,
the crank windows, I mean, are the electric windows going to be an issue? I mean, I used to think that with cars too, and I never really.
nah, they've been out so long with the electrics. I mean, this is probably the oh hell, it's been a while they've had the electric windows. I would say at least 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and the first ones were pretty janky, but I never really
Yeah.
heard anybody really complaining about the electric windows.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, probably not an issue there then. So yeah, that's. I mean, and you've been a Polaris guy pretty much your whole life, right?
I've had Hondas, Yamahas. Um,
So up to this point, what Polaris has been your favorite machine? Let me put it that way.
yeah, working there and just you get used to working on something, you kind of know what's what. So
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
that helps out a lot. And then everybody we were riding with had Polarises, so it makes it a little easier when you break down because somebody else has had that issue before.
Yeah, and like I
And
said, Wyatt's pretty handy. He can fix most shit that breaks down on.
well,
I mean,
I
you've
do
done a
have to
lot of
scratch my head quite a bit.
it's like scratching a bowling ball, man. That thing's
Yeah,
harmless.
yeah, there ain't much going on, but you still got to scratch it.
so, so okay. You said you went and drove the Defender, right? Is that what you drove? When did you drive that one?
Just this
Can-Am.
afternoon,
Okay, all right. So,
and
and what do you think was that better? You thought, or worse, or about the same as a Ranger? What was your impression
yeah,
on that one?
be honest with you, it was cheaper, and then they come with
Which
high
surprised
clearance
me.
A arms. Yeah, I know, me too. Um, they come with high clearance A arms front and rear, a full skid plate, a full one. Polaris is kind of hourglass
Is
is
it
out.
metal or plastic? Or not plastic?
Plastic,
What do they
yeah,
call it? Is it
poly,
plastic or polyurethane? Yeah. Okay.
poly, yeah. I don't like the metal ones because if once you mash it, it's mashed.
Yeah, and if
You
it's
know.
against something, you're screwed, I suppose.
Yeah, then you got that rattle all the time. So I got 1/2 inch thick ones on my razors, and I did put a rock through the floor on this Ranger because it's got down the middle and then it wise out,
Yeah.
and I had a rock go through the passenger side floorboard on me.
Oh, so if anybody didn't catch the promo video I had of the opening scene of it there when the Razors rolling, that's actually why it's video. That was when
Yeah,
we were in
I was with.
Utah there.
Yeah, I was with the guys, but I did. It was
Yeah,
I was a Can-Am that tipped over.
is that what it
But
was? Yeah, that was pretty freaking wild, man. So does that thing, was it running after that? You guys just kept going
oh
down?
yeah, no, they're tougher than hell. You flip them back over, give them some of them. You just start them right back up because they got baffles and shit in there to stop the oil from going up in the cylinders.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a freaking cool video. I think I'm gonna just keep that.
Yeah,
Maybe do something else, but that's pretty badass. I like that.
yeah. For most part, it's just pride when you tip it over. It's like, God damn, now I got to pick up all my beer, everything that's spread out all over the place.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be driving and drinking, man, especially in
Well, it's
Utah.
right at the end of the trail, but we weren't quite there yet.
So it says 82 horsepower is what they're saying for this Defender here on the
Yeah,
printout the guy gave me.
but the thing I like too is I like a park brake, and
Me too.
all the Polaris just come with a park gear, and I don't like that when I get up. I know you get up in the mountains and we get all stuck on a trail, and you're like this,
Oh,
and everybody stop.
boom, trying to get it.
Yeah, trying to get it.
I mean, it's bad enough here when you do it on our hills.
Right, and yeah, you're on the mountains or whatever, and then I just don't feel comfortable with that gear locked. Did it lock in, or is it just barely there?
Yeah, it could just click down there, and if it doesn't, you turn around and it
Yeah,
flattens you out.
you know. So that's what. But the Defender did have a park gear and a park brake, which was nice.
Okay,
And then
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, and then they're rolling on 30-inch tires already, and I normally run 32s, so I don't have to
Yeah,
put bigger tires on. And
XPS track
then
course.
and then
So how did
they
the bench
run.
seat do? Did the Defender have a bench or was that buckets? I
It's
like
got a
the bench.
bench with. Yeah, it's got a bench. Neat thing is, I just found this out today. I was talking to the sales guy, and it's got like a pop-up seat in the middle,
Hmm.
and that folds up, and then they make a gun holder for two. The butts
Oh,
go on the
nice.
floor, and then it clamps in, and then you can leave that seat up and pull the guns out, flip it down, and it'll go right down over the top of that gun holder, so you don't
Oh,
have to
that's
take it
awesome.
back out.
Hey, I thought those
Yeah.
Canadians didn't like guns, eh?
Oh,
Isn't that what a Can-Am? It's right. It's Canadian made, right? That's what
yeah,
they're make
Bombardier. Yeah,
Bombardiers and yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's cool, man. I like that because we're going to talk a
yeah.
little gun rack later on. But yeah, that's cool that it's actually in there. So it folds down and then it's a
Yep,
bench there.
right in the middle. Yeah, and then they also got one thing I want to mention too. I hate the front and rear tires being two different sizes.
Me too. That's annoying as hell. Why would they do that?
Well, Can-Am doesn't. They're all the same size. So
Nice.
that's another thing too for rotation or just having one spare. Not
Yeah,
trying to.
you got like you told me. I bought that other one for my mule, and it's a front one, and then for the
Yeah,
back
by a
one, you
front, you can put it wherever. But
got a weird. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's freaking cool. I mean, what's the theory of having them all? I mean, two different sizes.
I'm assuming for load, so you don't sink in and you're loaded heavy and muck. But I don't
Yeah,
know. To me,
yeah.
it's more aggravation than I've never really had that problem.
I like that. So does Can-Am? Do they got like the box fit thing like Polaris does with the holes for?
Oh, that lock and ride. I
Yeah.
don't know about that because to be honest with you, I don't accessorize these things very much. It's
Hmm.
pretty much tires, bumpers, winch, and if
Hmm.
rock sliders if need be. I probably won't use this one as much like I did this one for rocks, um, and the full skid plate. Well, basically this one here, if I get it, I need to buy there's fender flares for up front because the tires kind of stick out a little bit,
Hmm.
which I probably would do that and then put the gun rack in it. And I ain't doing nothing but changing oil.
Right. Well, yeah, that's awesome, man.
I mean, because there really ain't much. I mean, Polaris is the king of accessories. There's no doubt.
Yeah. You and I talk. I mean, if nobody's, I mean, Polaris has, I mean, far and away number one.
Yeah, if you can think of an accessory, Polaris has pretty much got it.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking crazy. Oh yeah, so I'm reading here. Yeah, it says 3-position full tilt up windshield with white. I mean,
Oh yeah,
is that
nothing.
something?
Windshield flips out.
Is that? I mean, it goes way up. What the hell are you gonna do? Drive with that thing way open though? I mean, why does it do that?
You know, I've never had it, so I honestly couldn't tell you. I run on my Razors. I run full windshields with vents, and on this one, my windshield doesn't open.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they like it. The guy I was riding with this weekend on his expedition, they had it open for a while. If you're the leader, it's not bad, but then you start getting in the grass or the bugs start coming out, they start into the cab. So I don't know. To me, it just seems like, I don't know, the little tiny screwdriver on a Leatherman really not useful. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's kind of a gimmick. I mean, I was gonna get one for my mule, and then I ended up just getting the full glass. But so it actually got a little more, 1,200 pounds payload, which is 200 pounds more than my mule has. Actually, my older mule, but
yeah,
towing 2,500. So it's So the bed, I mean, they all got like the assisted bed tilt shit, right?
Yeah, and it tilts from both sides, and you can get a power tilt for it and all that. I mean, it isn't like there ain't a bunch of accessories for it.
They got a bunch of colors too. You can get. They got red, gray, desert tan, and black, and wildland.
Oh yeah. They got. Yeah, I'm doing the desert tan. If I get it, that's the color.
I like that. Yeah. So there's no stereo in this one though, right?
No. You know, and honestly,
I mean, I don't know if I'd even really use that. Be honest.
You know, when I'm doing fencing or water trees or whatever, you got to have the key off because it's shut off. Well, I'd rather have just a radio in the box because you can't. They don't have an accessory where you can just turn the radio on.
Right.
So, and then it's a pretty damn quiet cab. I was pretty impressed with that. But it's like riding a motorcycle. You got to have that radio just blaring to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, they're quieter than they ever, but I mean, yeah, it's still going to be.
Yeah, just,
they sitting in your Chevy and driving down the road here.
Yeah, and everybody around you hears your stereo better than you. You know, the motorcycle guys that pull up at the stoplight. And,
it's almost, I feel embarrassed for them sometimes, actually.
Yeah, it's like, so for me, it's, if you're in the mountains looking at stuff, you can't get the radio signal anyways, or you got no cell service. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to keep that working anyways.
Yeah. I mean,
they do have
good, but
the navigation would be nice, but I just use my iPad. I got a RAM mount that I put, and then I can move it from rig to, because I got 4 of these damn things. Mm-hmm. And to put, like, Polaris has got that ride command, which is really nice. Yeah. Because that you link up to everybody in your group.
Hey, we're going to do a commercial and come back and tell people about that, because that was pretty cool when you were telling me about that. But we're going to do Eric said he got in late. Oh, Eric, you didn't miss like the first about 10 minutes. We had heavy technical difficulties.
Yeah. we still having difficulties.
Yeah, Wyatt's got 2 different. He's got one for his phone for his camera, one to talk into because the computer thing didn't work. But yeah, we'll do our first ad here and we'll come back and you can tell us about this Polaris ride command thing here, Wyatt. So all right, we'll be back here.
That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Right on, and we're back. Got my guest here, Wyatt Franzen. We're talking side-by-sides. And like I said, we're down. Whatever reason, we can't. Last 2 days, last 3 times we've been live, we haven't been able to go on Facebook. But I looked, we got some people. Appreciate you guys tuning in on X and Rumble. And of course, we got them on I don't know how many are on the website watching, but we got 17 coming in here on YouTube. So appreciate you guys. Sorry for the problems. Now, Wyatt, you were going to tell us about Ride Command, right? What Polaris has?
Yeah. Polaris has got everybody the short hairs on this one. You can, if you've got it in your machine, which is Polaris, and everybody links up. If you got 10 riders or 2 riders, and we usually, if we do ride like in a group, we'll put one guy up front and one guy in the back, so we know where everybody's at. But anyway, everybody can see where everybody's at. So if you're going along and hunting or whatever, and you can see that Jim and Bob are up on this ridge and Tom and Phil are over here at this valley, and they're all going along and still moving. Mm-hmm. So you can see if somebody's stopped or not and where they're at. And you give them a name or a color, so you know where everybody's at. It's really cool.
That's awesome, man. That sounds handy to me right there for sure.
Yeah, and then they got all the maps. All the maps are in the machine already. I mean, it's really a sweet setup.
Awesome.
But it's also a really expensive upgrade.
Yeah, well, how much more? Yeah, you told me it was like what?
Yeah, and I don't know how much other stuff was included in that upgrade because it's different packages.
Something like that to me sounds like a couple grand for sure.
Yeah, well, like I said, it goes from the premium to the platinum, and it is like a $4,000 difference.
Okay. Deacons is why. Hey, Mike, thanks for watching. Deke, appreciate it, man. All right, so you got anything else you want to hit on before we move on to the Kawasaki here next? You got between the
no, I mean,
you got no interest in that big old like pickup looking Can-Am thing with 4 doors. I mean, that makes my limousine look like a little compact.
Well, I was going to send you a picture. They got a 6-wheeler there.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking of. Yeah, the big box on it.
With a big box. I think it's an 8 or 10 foot box. And I'd like to have it, but I don't know where the hell I put the damn thing. I want to take that out on the trail because I think that'd be a mountain goat.
Yeah, I'm looking at that like that's a damn good deer hunting machine right there.
Well, you'd fit everybody's deer in and then go home at the end of the night.
Yeah, even if they got a bunch of big bucks, you could fit them in there. That'd be.
No, I mean, I don't know if I could touch the sides laying in the damn thing.
Yeah, it's big.
I know it's for.
Yeah.
I looked over and I was like, oh, that's nice.
I thought of you too, and I see that. I'm like, I can see Wyatt driving this thing around. For fencing, even though too, right? You can fit all your fence and stuff in there.
And the coolers and everybody else.
Oh shit!
Yeah, my only hang up with that thing is if a guy gets somewhere. Some of these trails we get on, it's straight down both sides, and you got to try and turn around on top of a mountaintop because you can't go any further.
Yeah. Or you got to turn on a trail full of trees or something, and it's tight, and that thing. Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'd liked it. I definitely, if I win Wheel of Fortune or something like that, that's probably one of my first.
Yeah, yeah. If some millionaire dies and he scans our QR code and leaves us like 20 million, I'll buy you a couple of them still.
Yeah, what the hell? I mean, why not have one? I mean,
All right. So you did. Other than that, you're good. You got something else you want to hit on those tours? You want to head on and hit the Kawasaki's?
no, we can go to the Kawasaki.
So let me just. You got those two. Which one are you leaning towards right now out of the Ranger and the?
Can-Am, I'm leaning pretty hard.
Okay.
I don't have to do nothing to it other than that gun rack. And like I
Yeah.
said, and also they've got two toolboxes in the inside that one's a storage and they both pop out and you can carry them with you.
Man, they got that thing figured out. It sounds. I want you to get it because I want to drive around in the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I'm a Polaris
Deacon's,
guy. Don't give me.
We got a comment here. He says, "Do you think
Yeah.
that UTVs and ATVs will get overpriced for the average person like trucks and autos have?" I would say they are already. Really.
They are already. Like I said, that Expedition's 46,000.
I mean, even 30. I know it's a freaking awesome machine, but like 30,000+ is just like.
I know, but you take a $60,000 just for ranch use. I'm talking.
Right.
You're taking your $80,000 truck and pounding down a pasture or whatever,
I agree.
and you can do it at 40, 50 miles an hour with one of these Rangers now,
I
and
mean,
not hurt.
the same with hunting, man. Once you brought yours out that deer season years ago, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I can't, and now like
Yeah,
working on fence or anything out at the farm hall, you jump in, throw something in the back. I mean, it's almost, I know Dad laughed at me today. I said, these things are like a must have now. And he laughed, must have. And I'm like,
Yeah.
kind of are.
The guy with 12,000 miles on his 3-year-old machine. Yeah.
He's probably, yeah, he's got 13 now. Eric says he's not a fan of UTVs for hunting because they're so dang noisy. Now for recovery, it's fine because you are not trying to be. They are louder than
Yeah. Oh yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I know my
Well,
buddy Brad he got a Can-Am because he thought that was the quietest. But yeah, he's an anti-noise freak for sure.
Well, Polaris does have an electric one, so if you really want to go quiet,
he did have that one, and I will say I rode in it. The son of a bitch was quiet, and it went. Man, it went like.
Yeah.
I want to say like 35.
Yeah, the owner of Action Sports down in his land down and Flasher took me out on his, and yeah, it just and you were.
There's a cool machine, and it got there quick. I was pretty impressed.
Oh yeah, it's not messing around.
I don't. I'll have to ask Brad why he got rid of it because I know he's got a 4-door Can-Am now, but whatever. I never did ask him why he sold it. We'll figure it out. But so, anyways,
Yeah.
Kawasaki. It's what is it? The Ridge, right? That's the name of the thing. Ridge. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so the one I was looking at here, I never printed it off, but like I said, it says 116 horse, MSRP 32,000. This comes in 2 colors, right? That's why I say the Can-Am. It's odd. Most of them don't have 4 colors, which
well, Polaris has got a ton of colors too.
Oh, they do now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you actually drive one of these Ridges?
Yes, I did drive it. Really smooth, really nice. They did a good job. Really did. I liked the open windshield because they put the wiper on the bottom and set up top like the Polaris did. Mm-hmm. And that kind of takes away some vision from you. I don't like that. Yep, and they opened up the back window. Polaris has got some intrusion bars and stuff in the back. The back window is really nice and open. I like that.
I mean, how is it quiet-wise compared to the other ones?
It's got that 4-cylinder engine in it. I mean, 4 cylinders.
Yeah, it's
so
a 4-cylinder inline. Yep.
Yeah, so it's real quiet. It ain't like the double banger that these are. I did like had the park brake, but it's just got a park brake, no park gear. Mm-hmm. I kind of like having both. But it was, like I said, super smooth. The only thing I don't like is it's running on 27-inch tires. Mm-hmm. I think a minimum of 29 should be on there. And
yeah, they do kind of look smaller on there, to be honest.
Yeah, there's room. Yeah. There's room. I mean, but there again, now I got to buy another set of tires.
Right. So it says on here, it says bucket seats. I thought you told me the one you drove had his bench.
It's an option. You can do bucket or bench, and then they'll have a center console in there. Because the hot rod one comes 2 ways. The other one, the lower one that I actually drove, mm-hmm. I believe only comes in the bench. The hot rod one comes either or.
I mean, I'm a bench seat. I mean,
Yeah.
bucket's more comfortable, but I always like having that option for. That's why I like that you said that Can-Am. You can fold that seat up and
Well,
down.
yeah, and the Can-Am also, like what I don't like about my Polaris, there is toolboxes below my seats,
Mm-hmm.
but they just flip up. That Can-Am, when you flip the seats up, it's open. Like they fold up back. Like you could flip it up there, and if you're calving, you could
Mm-hmm.
throw a calf right on the floor.
No
I
shit.
mean, yeah, they're
Damn.
open all.
They're really
Both the
stepping their game up with those. It sounds like.
I mean, if somebody's in the market, really take a hard look at them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had one. Um, I think I had a Skidoo snowmobile 100 years ago. But other than that, nothing of those. But
Yeah.
God, I just,
I know.
I was
I
pretty
rode
impressed.
in. Shane Wolf has one. He got it from Moritz. I think it's like 2 years old. But yeah, he gave me a ride and out, and I was freaking impressed to hell with that thing. It was.
Yeah.
And
I don't really,
my cousin Dave just jumping. He's coming in from Georgia. There. Hey Dave, thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate it.
yeah, I don't really, their front end's a little chopped to me. I like a little bit longer front on it, a little smoother.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Polaris' front end a little bit better, but for that little bit with all I'm getting otherwise,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. That's a sweet machine. So I'd like to see you get that tan one just to.
yeah, it's tough because the owner of Moritz has bought blinds for me, and the owner of Action Sports just bought blinds for me. And I used to work for Action, but I already have 4 Polarises sitting here, so I think I've
Yeah, I think you more
committed.
than made up for that one.
Yeah, I've
For a
committed to
while,
that. I
anyways,
think
right?
for the while, yeah.
So
So
there's like Arctic Cat. They don't even have a HVAC thing, right?
no,
I looked. I didn't see.
yeah. The only other ones, and they're more utility stuff, would be uh, um,
It was a John Deere, but that looked like low horsepower to me.
yeah, it is. It's made more for like a big, when you got grain bins for 300 yards, pulling
Mm-hmm.
shit around there. They get heavy duty enough. The more heavy duty they get, the less travel they get, which
And it was
sucks
expensive.
yeah, and they're not. Well, it's John Deere green, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know how
I
that
want to
is.
say that thing was like 36 grand, like the base one.
Yeah. I think the base one. Well, what I saw, there was one. The fancy one was 30, almost 40 grand, and then
Jeez.
the base one was 30,
Yeah, right here. So
30,700.
you get the premium cab is what they call it. The
Mhm.
XUV 835R. Yeah, starting. This is starting
Yeah,
33,750. So
yeah, and I
yeah,
don't know. Like I said, I was
I
just
mean
dinking around.
it ain't bad, but man, it's like a lot of people used to bang on Kawasaki for how they looked. I mean, I like that look, but this is not a very attractive machine to me.
No, it's not. Like I said, it's made for the guy that's got the $750,000 tractor and he needs the matching 4-wheeler.
Yeah, and like I said, that 54 horsepower. Yeah, it'll probably get up around 50. Like I got the mule
Yeah,
with the older engine in the
yeah,
that goes. It's got 45 or 46 horse, whatever
yeah,
it is. Yeah, it'll go 50, but it ain't. You're not gonna go ripping
yeah.
around and ripping shitties with it, and that's not what I got it for. But I mean, it'll.
No.
That's kind of
The
what
only,
this. Go ahead.
oh,
No, go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Oh, I
I
was
was just
just
gonna
gonna
say
say,
I don't have it for that purpose. I got the
yeah,
longer bed to carry shit around, and it works
yeah.
great for me, and it's a very reliable machine. So
Well, and yours never leaves the farm. Um,
right,
Lots of times when we go trail riding, you may have to bomb down the highway 12, 15 miles to get to the next trailhead. Well, if you're doing 40 miles an hour on a good stretch and going uphill because it's uphill,
hmm
downhill, and it's 2 lane and no passing zones, so you got a lot of pissed off people behind you.
yeah. So
So
what's the top speed they think on that Can-Am?
that was one thing I didn't get to ask, but at that horsepower, mine will do 70 all day long at 80 horse. So there's no reason that thing ain't going to do 70, 75.
I want to say me and Shane were on gravel, and I mean he didn't punch it, and I think we were going like 65, and I was pretty surprised how smooth that thing was going. Yet
Yeah.
even
Oh, yeah.
like my
Yeah,
old mule,
definitely.
I mean, like I said, it'll go 50, but it's very uncomfortable there.
Yeah.
40 at 40 miles an hour, it's still pretty stable and rides good, but past that, and then it
Yeah.
starts winding out pretty good when you get. So yeah, I mean it's
Yeah, I know. My razors will do 85, or and, steep pull, and that gets dumb. But they drive really nice at that 60, 65 area because they're capable
perfect.
of going faster. So
Yeah, just because something can do it, don't mean you should do
yeah.
so. But Clay's, he says, watch it from Rumble. Have a piece of shit John Deere Gator with a Chinese motor. Can't wait to get rid of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Clay's told me he has had some issues with that, actually. He's told me a few things there, kind of some, and then, yeah, I don't know. It kind of turned me off from him, really. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I got a John Deere tractor and stuff too, and I like it, but when I go in to get something for it, it's like, oof.
They got cool colors.
Yeah.
So here Eric says, go ahead, Wyatt.
I said, and fuzzy handcuffs when you go to the counters when they run it to you good.
Feels good. Put them in there.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's good.
Eric says, when I was in Wyoming last month, I was driving 80, and I had a UTV pass me like I wasn't moving.
Yeah, well, some of those guys have, if you get the right tires on them, I mean, but I wouldn't trust these, I wouldn't say trust, but I got, mud grip, whatever you want to call them, and you start getting those over 80 miles an hour. Yeah.
Deke says, tell Clay my boy Jackie wants dibs on his Gator. There you go, Clayton. I mean, somebody wants them. That's bargaining chip for the price then. Of course,
there you go.
Then Deacons is your friend, so you got to give him a break on that then, right?
Or give it to him harder, one of the two.
Really give it to him.
Yeah. Some bitch won't come over so often.
So I like to try and keep it about an hour and 15. We're in 41 minutes in. I'm going to play our ad here, Wyatt, and then we're going to come back and we'll hit a few more of these comments.
You doing a full ad?
Yeah.
Okay, because I got to refresh my beverage.
Go get her done. All right, we'll be right back here.
That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Discover the world of firearms at Bismarck's Double H Gun Shop. With a wide range of products from handguns to rifles, we cater to all your shooting needs. We are your local gun experts. Not only do we sell firearms, reloading supplies, targets, and whatever your heart desires, but we also have a ton of knowledge and answers. We shoot, we hunt, we compete, we reload. It's been the Howard's way since 1976, and we ain't fixing to change anything. Visit our website at hhgunshop.com to browse our inventory. Double H Gun Shop, Bismarck's best new and used firearm reloading supply, gunsmithing, and sporting goods store. Double H Guns. Double H Guns. 1021 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota. Call 701-223-4888.
All right, we're back. I refreshed my water. Wyatt refreshed his adult bevy there. Yes, and hey, just a reminder, Saturday morning, Scott Bachmeyer is going to be down in Las Vegas, so I'm going to be doing Scott's show right from here. Hope I don't screw up his commercials too bad. They're going to go over it again with me, but yeah, I'll be doing Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday morning from 8 a.m. Central Time till 9. You can listen to that on K-Fire 550, 99.7 iHeart, or watch us. It's not going to be on our YouTube channel. It's going to be on Scott's Dakota Prairie Outdoors one. So appreciate it if you guys tune in for that. And going to be some hunting and shooting stuff. It'll be. I'm kind of like I usually do this, I guess. So, but yeah, and then all of our sponsors. Make sure you guys support our when you do any business with our sponsors. Thank them for supporting guns in the 701 and 701 Nation. One thing I was going to ask you, Wyatt, real quick. Polaris has a 2-year warranty, right? I seen the Can-Am's a 1, and Kawasaki still has a 3, right?
I cannot argue with you on that.
Clay agreed with you on the John Deere's. He doesn't figure nothing special there, and he said UTVs are their mobile hunting blinds to him.
yeah, they're just, I don't know. I looked at them, I'm like, I've never seen one on all the rides I've been on. I've several states. I've never seen one on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
I've never. Yamaha's, Kawasaki. I mean, everybody. CF Moto. I haven't seen one of these Masio either out there, but I don't know.
Yeah, so if nobody knows what that is, tell them what those are. That's right. We were going to talk about those a little bit.
Yeah, they're. They got a full line. They do have it looks like a little Hummer, and
I seen them in Jamestown after you told me about them. I was like, damn, those things are cool.
Well, and Rides has got some up north there, and like I was telling you the other night, they're in loose hands. He wants to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. We drove it. It was cool. The air worked great, but top speed was about 45 miles an hour. But I mean, it was built like a brick shed house. I mean, it was pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, I know. It looks strong. Real quick, Clay's got up here. Welcome to our newest sponsor. That's right. We got Little Angry Man Arms out of South Dakota. Appreciate him getting on board with us. Doug Rogao or something. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Oh, Clay said yes, it will. It will be streaming on our platforms too. I don't know about Facebook, but everywhere it's reaching right now. I guess Clay knows how to do that sort of thing. Scott was asking me about guests. Because if you're gonna have a guest, they got to be sitting in there with you, or a landline. And I'm like, no, I don't have a landline anymore.
Landline.
And this is a 1-man studio right here, I guess.
Yeah. So is this one.
Yeah, you got to get it. You need that bigger wide angle camera. So.
Yeah, I got to get another cell phone up here to make it bigger.
Yeah, get 3 of them going. Get Marty's in there. So we're going to talk a little bit about. Unless you got something to add, I was going to talk about some gun rack.
Oh yeah. You're more of an aficionado on that. I want to, like I said, that Can-Am one really with that seat.
No, yeah, I don't even need it, but I know.
in the cab.
So did the mule and the new and them ridge? Did it have a higher ceiling roof in it?
Yeah. Oh, you could definitely do something up there. Like,
Okay.
it's a real tall, open. I mean,
Yeah,
they
'cause
really
that's
did a nice job, but they just don't have the stuff that I
yeah. Yeah. Well,
want.
I know when I have my Ranger, well, your old one and my 2018, just
Yep.
wasn't high enough for one of them. I mean, I would, a sucker was almost sitting on my head.
Well, yeah. Remember when RF took his head out on that on the
Yeah,
gunner?
I think the AK came down and cracked him, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do like the Ranger has the ones you can stick in the side. What do they call
Yeah.
when the holes in the top of the box there?
Oh,
Which
yeah. And the lock and ride.
Yeah, but they also got the gator grips that clamp on, which I did. I altered
Yeah.
them and they clamp onto the bar on my mule, so I do use
Yeah.
that one too. And then I got one on the back because it's got like a headache rack. So I mean, I definitely use the one on over my head more often because number one, obviously it's out of the elements right under the. That was
Yeah.
one thing too. My mule is wider. My Ranger, even with my suppressors, they kind of poke out a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of my guns, so.
And I know, does your on those coal pin ones, where you can put the whole gun in there? I mean, and they're all closed. Well, your suppressor, that's too short, ain't it?
No, not the ones I seen are too short. No, Clay Fash's book isn't working again tonight. I checked them out. I put something on there earlier and told people if it wasn't. I don't have a clue why, so I haven't heard anything. So if you can maybe try and get that figured out, but yeah, them enclosed ones. That's kind of like a lot of the gun cases now. I mean, you got to buy if you want to leave your suppressor on, which I like to do. I mean, you got to buy like the extra freaking long ones, even for like an AR. If you don't, your stock collapses. Even the longer ones you get,
I've never really packed them with that way.
Yeah.
I will be packing them with in the end if I do get the Can-Am. Have them in the inside there.
Why wouldn't you? That's freaking awesome. So Doug says, not a side-by-side question. Honda four-wheeler service anywhere else recommended besides the dealer?
I tell you what, Full Throttle, those are good guys over there. They'll work on about anything. And they're pretty straight shooters there. I would recommend those guys.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean, yeah, they don't really care. They worked on my Polaris because I had an issue with my Razor. My valves were out, and they reset them for me. And they've worked on my dad's Ranger. My dad's got a Kawasaki four-wheeler and a Ranger. And yeah, those guys they're really good people over there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got nothing good things to say about that place.
Jeremy and the crew over there have treated me freaking awesome ever since.
BM
and
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, as a caveat, I drink beer with him now and then, so.
Yeah.
But I'm kidding. He'd do it anyway. He's a good guy, so.
No, yeah. I mean, they just would. I mean, yeah, they don't really care what you got, and I'm sure they're hoping that when it's time to upgrade, you're going to go their direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with a Honda, they probably last forever anyways. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, my dad's got that 91 or whatever, that 4-Trax or whatever it's called. And I think he had to finally replace the carburetor and one other thing. And he bought one of them Chinese ones you were saying you can get.
Yeah.
I mean, they work for him.
Just like I know.
The fuel pump one. Yes, Lauer Auto Repair, Clay said. Take that on.
Well, I didn't think of that.
Well, Doug's part owner, so if he's working on it.
Yeah, Lord, I apologize.
Yeah, so I was going to say the Chinese fuel pump did work in his 2020 Ranger.
Hey, it worked in my snowblower too. $9 for a fuel pump or a fuel carburetor or for a whole carburetor. Yeah. $9 or $12. I don't know. I was like, there's no way this thing's going to work. 2 years now. Second full.
It's still working. So you're pretty set on you're going to get this Can-Am then, not all these we talked about. Huh?
Yeah, I think so. I've looked at everything that I was interested in. I have my list here, and like I said, I know the owner of Moritz, and he's pretty good shit, and the owner of Polaris, obviously. But like I said, I got 4 Polarises, and I don't have to do nothing to the Can-Am. Mm-hmm. It's got the high clearance A-arms, full skid plate, front bumper, winch, bench seat. I really don't have to do nothing but the gun rack.
And turn the key, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, and signal light kit, but you got to do that to all of them. It doesn't matter.
Nothing. They don't even. You can't buy anything that has that in there. The city.
No, but surprisingly enough, this Masio goofball thing is already street legal.
Yeah. Like you said, if you never seen these things, look them up. They look just like a miniature freaking
Yeah,
Hummer.
just go to rides up north. He's got one sitting there, and like I said, when I talked to him yesterday, they're in loose hands.
And they
I
got
mean,
to be heavy, right? Because they look like they're all made out
oh
of
yeah,
freaking steel.
it's not a bad unit. It's just not what I want,
So what's the? I didn't look at the inside of one of those when I did see it. What was that like when you looked in
It
there?
was fairly decent. It's big in there. I mean, it's very Hummerish. You know what I mean? It's
Top speed was just too doggy though, huh?
yeah, and I think they're the one. If I remember right, because I drove some in Jamestown. I drove up there and me and the wife and or the wife and I believe it was on the Yamaha drivetrain and engine. But the
Yeah,
guy,
I think
the
you're
guy,
right. I think I did see that.
one of the guys there that had one, some old dude was in there, and he said, "Well, 45's top speed," and he's like, "Yeah, on a good day downhill with the tailwind."
Oh shoot!
So
Yeah, that's
I'm like,
almost especially for you what you're doing with them. I mean, if you
yeah, well, and it's such a big block going. There's no, not that they're real aerodynamic to begin with, but
yeah,
I
that's
mean, those
definitely
things,
not.
they look really cool. I I'd love to have. Well, there again, if I win something, I'll get that
Yeah,
six by
you
six
have all
and one of
kinds of that
those.
shit, right?
Yeah, why not?
Clay said he just had a new fuel pump, second one in the last couple of years, and it was over 1,000 for it. Didn't even paint it green and yellow.
Ooh, did his face turn green and yellow? With the fuzzy handcuffs.
Yeah, they got him with that. Oh man, yeah.
Wow.
So, why is a big pheasant hunter too? What are the birds looking like out of your place there? Why lives out
I
south?
you know I got this new dog and man, he's got everything pushed back at least 800 yards from the house. I mean, he's just so. But I
He is
hear
after it. Huh?
oh god, yeah, he's. I think last week it was two skunk incidents and one porcupine. I mean, it's just been one thing after another with him.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's
I
all
hear
healed
him.
up from the leg thing, though. You thought he tore his ACL. I remember for a
Yeah,
while.
that's yeah. The swelling went all down, and he appears to be good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, because that kind of put a damper on your bird hunting
yeah,
season.
like last month or so, I couldn't go because
Yeah, because you guys said he tore his.
well, he
Tore his ACL.
shredded his ear. Whatever grabbed him on the side of the head, shredded his ear, and then he back leg was all blown up.
Oh, that's right. He had his head thing too there. I wonder what the hell that was.
That the vet thought it was a coyote just by the width of the teeth marks in his ear. So
Really?
I'm suspecting he caught a coyote sleeping or something, and when it grabbed a hold of his, when he pushed off on that leg because it was the
Mm-hmm.
same side as the ear. So I'm assuming he,
Yeah, jumped back and then either
yeah,
let
then
loose and snapped out or something. And
yeah, because
well, good. I'm glad.
yeah, thankfully it just swelled up and it went. He was gimpy on it, but now he's a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
But so full of energy. I miss Ace so bad that I just can't.
The Deuce, he's wired up for you, huh?
It's 220. Absolutely
Oh
220.
man. Oh man. Yeah, Clay said no lube either.
Yeah. He's tough. He can take it.
Yeah, this boy's tough. Put it in. You dropped her dry.
Yeah. Yeah. Clean him up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, you got anything else to add here, Wyatt? We're coming up right on about an hour.
I don't know. Pretty much covered most of this. The stuff that unless you want a bobcat or a Kubota.
Yes. I know that the Kubotas, they don't got a full cab either, though, right? And Yamaha doesn't.
I think Kubota does. They got like that utility one. They run around.
Well, there you go. He might have. He might have ended his appearance tonight, anyways, by a little technical. We had technical difficulties all night here. Let me see here. We got another. He might be. I know he's watching me on this other one yet. But he lost his connection. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna run one more commercial here and come back. So if you're hanging with me, just hang, and we'll be right back here. I'm gonna run this double ad. I know we just did one, but just hang in there. We'll be right back.
Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see
Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Yes, sir. I got a text from Wyatt. His phone went dead because initially at the beginning of the show, the iPad didn't work, so his phone went dead. So he's out. Appreciate him getting in there. I'm glad we got through all the side by sides you wanted to get through, and sounds like he's going to get that Can-Am. Sounds like a good machine. Appreciate you guys all tuning in tonight. Again, don't forget, tomorrow morning, Mitchell in the Morning on K-Fire, 5:50 a.m., 99.7 iHeart. And, of course, well, it should be on our YouTube channel as well. Clay will have it on there. But boys will be on with Todd Mitchell in the Morning, 8:40 a.m. Central, 7:40 a.m. Mountain. And then Saturday morning, I'm filling in for Scott Bachmeyer on Dakota Prairie Outdoors on all the K-Fires outlets again, and Scott's Dakota Prairie Outdoors YouTube channel. And Clay said it's going to be simulcast on Guns and the 701 stuff too. So that should be fun. Should be a fun show filling in for Scott there. Hey, thanks, Josh. Appreciate you tuning in, buddy. And appreciate everybody who went out to the other outlets there because Facebook isn't working. I don't know if they got a strike on us for something or what, because we haven't had any problems with it. And I don't know, it's been working. Like Clay said, the election's coming up. Who knows? Maybe they sniped us for something because we've been doing real good on there. But whatever, we got other outlets for it, and hopefully people can get on there, and hopefully you guys can get out there and support our sponsors. Make sure you tell them if you do business with them, you appreciate them sponsoring Guns in the 701 and 701 Nation. Josh says you'll see me Saturday morning on Scott channel. Appreciate that, Josh. All right, guys, that's I'm going to cut it short here. Well, I'm not really short. I guess we went over an hour, but appreciate you hanging with. We had the technical problems there in the beginning, but not a problem. We had a pretty decent show. Thanks again to my buddy Wyatt for coming on. Guy knows a lot of stuff. I'll tell you what, I'll have him back on here down the road, whatever he gets, and probably right before pheasant hunting season because he's such a big pheasant hunter. He'll come on, or we're definitely going to get him out doing some prairie dogging too. I did want to actually hit on that a little bit with him, but we can hit on that again because I'm sure we'll be doing it. Eric Newman, thanks, Eric. Appreciate that, buddy. And but other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in, guys and gals. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you all have a good weekend. Don't forget again, Clay and Deke will be on tomorrow morning with Todd Mitchell in the morning. I'll be on Saturday with Dakota Prairie Outdoors, just with JD this time. So we'll see how that goes. All right, everybody, have a good night. Have a good weekend. Hope to see you Saturday morning. Well, JD, I'm out. 701 Nation, baby.